The competition for who will be Auburn's starting center remains ongoing after injuries to Kaleb Kim and Nick Brahms during spring practice put things on hold. Kim's high ankle sprain, Brahms' broken leg and a minor injury to Tucker Brown at one point late in spring practice threw a wrench in the evaluation process. "I had some things happen during the course of the spring that I've never had happen before in all my years of coaching," offensive line coach J.B. Brahms said. "One day, we had 0 centers. All 3 of them were on the ground. I mean, on the ground with the trainer hovering around. So you've got to go over there and take auditions during practice just to get out of the practice. That was a little disconcerting. I've never had that happen before." Neither Kim or Brahms took part in a day, which is why Brahms can't name a leader at this point, though it appears it'll be one of them. With Markel Harrell and Mike Horton at guards, Auburn should be able to overcome having an inexperienced center in the short term. Post-spring depth chart: Kaleb Kim, 6'4", 300 pounds, redshirt junior; or Nick Brahms, 6'3", 304 pounds, redshirt freshman; Tucker Brown, 6'3", 289 pounds, senior; Gus Malzahn stick. "I was impressed with Nick and Kaleb both. I think both of them, before their injuries, were really getting better and there was some really good competition." Starter Auburn defensive tackle Tyrone Truesdell, 94, works against center Nick Brahms, 52, during spring practice. Julie Bennett: "Brahms was making progress prior to his injury," Brahms said, "and Kim underperformed during the first spring scrimmage but responded to coaching in the week after. I sat down and had a real heart-to-heart with him about, hey, you've got to strain yourself. You've got to play more physical than what I see you on the field in this first scrimmage," Brahms said. "I think it was in the neighborhood of 45 snaps, half the ball game or somewhere in that neighborhood, and it wasn't good enough. And I saw him, hey, he listened to me. He listened to the words. He said, you know what? I'm going to strain hard. I saw him going up and, boom, he goes down." Kim appeared in 6 games last season and has been on the roster for 3 years, compared to Brahms, who redshirted last season. Auburn center Kaleb Kim is competing for the starting job. Julie Bennett time is not on Kim's side and Brahms is hoping the redshirt junior can do a better job of bringing his strength to the field. "I saw that after I had that little heart-to-heart to him. Look, you've got to play stronger. You are weight room strong. I look at you, I look at your numbers in the weight room. You've got good numbers in the weight room. But I don't see that transfer to the field," Brahms said. "And then what I saw happen before he took the knee is I saw that manifest in himself. So it's just a matter of him flipping the switch and doing that." When Auburn expects to know its starting offensive line for 2018 next wave, Tucker Brown has converted from guard to tight end to center during his career. The former walk-on earned the trust of teammates and coaches to be able to play in games over the years and as a capable blocker. Still, he appears to be behind Kim and Brahms in the position battle. Tucker Brown, "I thought did as good of a job as he could do in the situation he was in," Brahms said. Summer arrival of Auburn's 2 offensive line signees, Jaleel Irvin is the more likely to be a center. With 3 players ahead of him, Irvin would seem to be a candidate for a redshirt this fall, but if injuries were to occur in the same manner as the spring then that could certainly change. Jaleel Irvin highlights, Auburn signee from Stevenson High School quotable, "I think these guys have a chance. I just didn't get enough information on 2 of them. I think we know what Tucker is and he can help us big time. We'll just have to find out as early in fall camp as quickly as possible which one's going to take the bull by the horns, offensive line coach J.B. Brahms looking back at center after spring 2017. From May 10, 2017, Austin Golson returns as Auburn starting center, and unless graduate transfer Casey Dunn comes in and proves capable of trying during fall camp, he'll remain in the middle of the offensive line. Golson can play any of the offensive line positions, so his versatility lends to flexibility should Auburn need to shuffle its personnel in the fall. Kaleb ended spring as the backup at center, but Dunn's arrival will most definitely put his spot on the depth chart in jeopardy. Brahms was an early enrollee but didn't get to do much in the spring. He'll likely redshirt in the fall after coming off a knee injury as a senior in high school. James Crapea is an Auburn beat reporter for Alabama Media Group. Follow him on Twitter at James Crapea.